In our preliminary exercise, we used the Canon 550D. This was good as we initially learned the basics for our filming. We set the mode dial to movie mode and the lens on manual focus. We also adapted our movie exposure to manual, allowing maximum control over the camera and its functions. We set the white balance by taking a photo of a piece of paper, going to the settings, selecting custom white balance, and then select the image and set. We learned to navigate white balance because depending on each location, the color temperature is different. We adapted the exposure by holding a V button and spinning the dial, fitting to the light which at the time of day is necessary. This is important as the viewers can be distracted if it's incorrect, so it could therefore make it look unprofessional. We focus the camera using the magnifying glass to zoom into the subject and using the focus ring to gain the correct sharpness required. This is arguably the most important setting, as if it goes wrong, no one can see anything. For our film, our exposure had to be changed a few times depending on each location. So for Preston Park, it was quite a dark location, so we had to turn it up. For our time-lapse shot, we had to turn the exposure down as it was bright from the sunset. For the white balance, we changed it quite a bit depending on place in Brighton. However, it was generally quite a rainy day, so it means for most locations it was fine. For the focus, we had shots faded in and out, like most of them were in focus. We made cuts so that shots which had good moments of focus were kept and were discarded if moments of focus weren't good. So depending on different shots, we incorporated a variety of shots with the intention of reflecting our genre. For instance, the multiple associated point of view shots of our character walking, we added because they reflect a jagged, mysterious element which is common throughout our sequence. Other shots, like the time lapse, was used to reflect our character's solidarity and isolation, as time is flying by and he's sitting there by himself, not doing anything and looking very depressed. Other shots where the camera quickly views actions like a drug deal happening were effective. We also had a tracking dolly shot conveying our main character walking down the street, looking very lonely. So for our sound, we used a website called Incompetech to achieve, a song relating to our theme of drugs and mystery. We also incorporated a cool police siren at the end of our sequence to add that mysterious element. We also used titles from the website Defont, and we chose them specifically to relate to our, drug-related themes, so like graffiti sort of look. We had some trouble deciding on which ones we should choose from, as there was a multiple variety of graffiti-looking fonts, which looked effective, but we eventually chose on the one we did.